What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another Western York Wednesday here on the channel. The beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their pineapple burner. So they're calling this one an IPA with a pineapple. It comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume, 24 IBUs at the time of review, and this can is approximately 3 weeks old. So we have another variant of Big Ditch's flagship IPA, Hayburner. They release them from time to time. I think the last one I reviewed was their West Coast burner, which was a West Coast take on their beer. And they have a bit of a spiel here on the back. It says, mules known long ago as Hayburners were the workhorses behind the operation of the Erie Canal. This beer contains all the hoppy goodness you've come to expect from our flagship IPA with a fresh tropical pineapple burst in the aroma and finish. This beer is unfiltered to maintain a great flavor. Please keep refrigerated to preserve freshness, which I have. So I've never had this one before. I think they released it for the first time in 2021, and my channel was on hiatus, was not drinking that year. Last year, I don't know why I didn't pick this up, but I just didn't. So this is the first time ever having it, and it's just, you know, Hayburner with pineapple. Now, they did change, according to the website, they did change the hops a bit. They don't have, I think it's Warrior and Glacier in this, but they do have the Cascade, CTZ, and Falconer's Flight that they have in the regular Hayburner. So, oh, that's nice. Right off the rip, that's nice. So, yeah, it has that. It's going to look a little bit darker on color, or onto the camera in color. It has like this, you know, nice honey orange color. It looks like an old school other half IPA, honestly, but on camera it's probably going to be a little bit more dulled out and looking a little bit more like a deeper, darker orange. Has about a finger of an off-white, super creamy looking head, very murky and turbid. Hold it up to the light, you can't see anything, and it's also in the hashtag proper glassware, although you probably won't be able to see that because the Big Ditch font is white, so meant more for like a stout, but still got the TQ here. Anyways, good nose. Yeah, that's fresh pineapple. So I just had pineapple in my fridge a couple weeks ago. I bought one, sliced it all up and had it, and it was such an like overripened pineapple that it was really sweet, and I'm kind of getting that here. Yeah, big, just fresh, juicy, sweet pineapple in the nose. Underneath that, there's a little bit of citrus, like an orange, maybe a slight touch of grapefruit, some peach hanging around as well. But honestly, that pineapple is dominating, and I kind of want it. If you're going to call the beer Pineapple Burner and it's an IPA with pineapple, I definitely want it to be noticeable, and it is. It's also a slight, like, dank kind of quality in the nose as well. Yeah, like a dank earthiness. Yeah, this honestly smells awesome. Like, I typically don't go into reviews with preconceived notions, and I really didn't with this, but I'm just like, okay, it's Hayburner with pineapple. The nose is spectacular. Like, the nose is fantastic. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. So the taste, oh, there's a little bit of like a slight tart kind of pineapple kick, like almost like if you get like an underripened pineapple, it has that slight tartness on the back of the palate on finish. That's nice. The nose was definitely better. The taste, it's basically Hayburner with a little bit of like a pineapple kick, a little bit of sweetness, juiciness, and tartness from the pineapple. Bias is like medium body, maybe a touch over. It's fine for 7.2. Maybe a touch thin. Yeah, it's probably more like medium, but I don't know. I think it's okay. The mouthfeel, it's nice, soft, smooth, creamy. There's a mild to moderate carbonation, but it's softer than I anticipated. Taste, forefront, I get pineapple, it's juicy, it's sweet, kind of dives underneath the palate though, and the citrus comes to the forefront. Orange, grapefruit, kind of intertwines, maybe a little bit of tangerine. As it continues through, I get like a pop of like a peach, like just like a nice ripened peach, and then about halfway to 2/3 of the way through the palate, there's this nice dank, earthy kind of bitterness that hits. It's mild to moderately bitter, more approaching mild, so it doesn't have a big bitterness or anything, but it's something to break up the monotony of all the, you know, juicy, sweeter fruit flavors. And then right on the finish, as you're like, oh, you know, it's a little bit dank and earthy, that pineapple kicks in and has a little bit more of like a slight tart and very, very slight acidic kind of punch from the pineapple. 7.2%, super drinkable. I couldn't tell you 7.2% from an alcohol perspective. I'm getting nothing on the palate, no warming in the chest. This is pretty nice. Where do I want to place this in terms of rating, though? I would say this. I can rate Hayburner, the base beer, depending on the batch. I've rated it anywhere from like a 3.75 to like almost like a low 4.5. Shout out to the most I can go by. Usually Hayburner's in like the high 4, low 4.25 range. I don't think I like this as much as the base Hayburner. While I do enjoy the pineapple kick, this kind of turns into almost a different beer because I don't feel like the base, even though it is Hayburner to some degree, I don't feel like it drinks exactly like Hayburner. But I still think it's a really nice pineapple IPA in general. Yeah, it's just, put it this way, if you're in the Western New York area and you're like, oh man, that's a pineapple IPA, that sounds pretty good. It is. It's pretty damn good. Grab it. I highly recommend giving this one a go. But like rating, I can't go crazy high on this. So the best I'm going to give Pineapple Burner from Big Ditch, I'm going to give this a high 4 out of 5 and go 4.1. So I think the above average to great batches of Hayburner are better than this, but when I get just like an average batch of Hayburner, I feel this is better than that. So I think this is a little better than your average Hayburner. We'll put it like that. So 4.1 out of 5. This is a high 4 all day, and it's just really. I like their, always like the different take on the Hayburner logo. This one has pineapples on it and everything, so pretty cool. Anyway, price and availability, $16.99 a 4-pack, so $17 a 4-pack. That's fine for an IPA at 7.2% that has pineapple in it. I think that's a fair price, especially nowadays. And availability, when it comes to Big Ditch, they get distro throughout the vast majority of New York State. I don't think they get into like New York City and maybe a couple counties around New York City. Outside of that, I think they get distro throughout New York State, and you can order stuff off their website to pick up at the brewery. I don't know if they ship across New York State. I always get confused. So many different breweries in Buffalo ship, some of them don't. But check out their website. If you're in New York State and you're not in Western New York, Buffalo, Rochester area, and you want to try this one out, see if you can get it shipped to your house from their website. If not, then maybe you have to take a trip to the Western New York area. But in general, I think pretty good price point. And I always enjoy Big Ditch offerings. Even if I don't love the beers, they, to me, are the most consistent brewery in Buffalo, especially when it comes to like just normal styles and not doing anything crazy. They do a great job, and I think this is a great example that 4.1 out of 5. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this one. I'm glad I finally got to try it, and it's damn good. So anyway, to the next one, cheers.